First tray, we can see a camel and some snakes hidden below the surface of the sand. This client started out this tray with the mindset of he didn't have anything on his mind, he couldn't think of anything, he didn't know what to do. We sat with it for a while and he was able to describe the tray as being nothingness, eventually labeling it as a desert. As he allowed himself to engage with it more fully, he then grabbed the camel and placed the camel in there. And then came the snakes. The client first left them above the sand, but then buried them. When we took time to step back, I asked the client if he saw how any of this creation he made played out in his regular life, and he connected strongly with the snakes, noting that they're hidden in the ground, you don't know who's coming for you, and it's hard to trust anybody and no one's loyal. He was also able to share a little bit about the feelings that the camel has, noting that when the camel sees the snakes, the camel's scared, but when the camel doesn't know the snakes are there, the camel is very happy because no one's bothering him and he's totally by himself. In this final tray, we have what the client created in the last 2 minutes of session. He's taken the snakes out of the sand and he put them in a pile by the camel. And now he's added 6 characters lined up in a straight line along with a coffin where he placed what is presumed to be a teenage girl in the coffin. This client has been working on expressing grief related to the loss of one of his best friends earlier this year, and it's been something that he's been unable to speak about. And when the client put this tray together, like I said, he put it in the last 2 minutes and then quickly walked out with session being over, saying he didn't know what he did, but he just put something together. We haven't been able to talk about it yet, but my interpretation of this that I'm keeping to myself until we meet next is that this was the client's first real experience of processing some of the grief that he's been experiencing this year and struggling in our actual session. So it remains to be seen where he'll take this process, but I'm hopeful that adding in sand tray therapy has helped him to start to unlock some of his feelings and process his grief and trauma this year.